Welcome to Yerp Radio's The Hip Hop Shop.
This show will be the spot for like-minded folks that enjoy the elements of hip-hop in one show.
Each week we will be digging in the crates to listen to great music and politic on different takes on our culture. Your host, Milk D King Samson,
We'll be guiding you through the different departments in the spot we call the Hip Hop Shop, here on Yerp Radio.
Welcome everyone to the Hip Hop Shop. I am your CEO, DJ Milk D, and with my brother,
the almighty King Samson.
What's good everybody? Before we introduce our special guest, I want to remind everyone, tap into our interviews, our shows by clicking the message button on our homepage. And we will respond as soon as possible. When we're going live, we will shout you out. And then also, very important, if you want to be a guest on the Hip Hop Shop, please reach out to me or King Samson on Instagram or through the website. We also have the House Music Shop, which, yes, we're talking about hip hop, but we also have the House Music Shop as well. Thursday, 6 p.m. Back to the Hip Hop Shop, Tuesday, 7 p.m., and both are Eastern Standard Time. Enough of the commercials. We have a super duper special guest here on the Hip Hop Shop, and his name is Theory. Welcome, Theory.
What's up, man? What's going on? I hope I can hear me all right. What's good?
You sound loud and clear. I'm the only one that be sounding like I'm in the toilet, but I will be getting a better mic soon. King Samson's gonna put me in the headlock. BZ Reyes is gonna drop kick me. But Theory, crazy how we've met.
Yeah, man.
First and foremost, I want to give roses to Honore out there in LA.
Shout out to my bro.
It's crazy, Theory. I don't know how much he's told you about me. But we met 5 years ago through Instagram, through music, but the music is minor to what we are today. We are brothers, we are family. Just like this co-host, my brother King Samson, known him for over 20 years, never met him, but he's family. He's family. So back to Honore. Please tell me how you met our brother, Honore.
Interesting enough, I met Honore on a streaming site. And the streaming site, it was like, a couple people just like doing live streams, whether it was like music or kind of like, video hosting, like content creativity. And he just kind of like slid in. And, and I was in New York. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, yeah, my name is Honore. And he started singing. Like, because, on this site, people could sing, they could play tracks, what have you. And yeah, he started singing. And I was like, bro, like, you got some flavor. You got skill, man. So, like, we just, like, connected online. And then I was like, hey, I go to LA a lot because I'm always in LA. Like, that's basically, like, what I do. I'm bi-coastal from New York to LA to New York. So I told him, I said, hey, when I touch down, let's link, one time and just kind of chop it up. So like we linked up, we chopped it up, and after that we just been remain cool. And then like, the rest is history. Like, yeah, we've been connected ever since.
That's dope. That's dope. And what's so crazy too, Honore isn't really a hip hop hit.
Not as much, yeah.
Yeah, so for you to gravitate to him speaks volumes to me. And, Honore, he always jokes with me because I can't sing a lick. Like, if I start singing now, you might say interview was over. Honore can sing. So
he got skill. Yeah,
so
got skill.
So love to my brother. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over to King Samson. Samson, hit Theory up with whatever you have.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
So we always talk about hip hop on the Hip Hop Shop, and we normally go down your history. So before we go through your history, just tell us, who is Theory?
Okay, so theory, basically, like, I mean, as of today, like currently, like my stage name is Theory is Everything. But just for short, people just call me Theory. But when I started out, it was just Theory. So I always used to say it in my rhymes. Like I used to always say Theory, Theory, my theory. And then my homie, because I'm from Yonkers, and my homie was like, "Yo, man, you should name yourself Theory, because like you say it a lot." So I just went on just like liking the name. It just sounded good, and I decided to roll with it. But um, as I got more deep in the intricacies of just the name Theory, I realized that Theory was everything. And the reason was is that because I rhymed. I also wrote like melodies, the hooks and everything. And I was like, man, you do it all, you everything. And then I realized that, even though it's a fallacy that prescribes a phenomenal being, it was something that just put me in a state of you can't create without a theory. All creation begins with theory. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's music, whether it's just like something based on science, whatever it is, you have to have a theory before you begin. So I always kind of just stated it as theory is like the beginning of its art form, and then that's why I stuck with the name. So theory is really just a true description of the foundation of creativity, and creativity is like the focal point in the center of everything I see, everything I feel, because like it's beyond music. So I can be outside and just kind of just hear sounds from nature, hear sounds from just common folk around me, and I'm already inspired to create. And right there, that right, adds on to the the power of that foundation. So yeah, that's basically what theory is. Theory is really just the focal point of creativity, and it captures from all facets of life, all facets of life.
Excellent answer. And
Yeah.
theory, when I was at the doctor's last week and we were
Hmm.
texting, setting up this interview, and you were in LA, and
Hmm.
you said you were just out and about, just enjoying life and
Hmm.
nature. And as
Hmm.
you were
Hmm.
stating what you were stating, took me back to last week.
Got you.
Yes. Samson, I'm gonna throw something at him, and then of
Yeah.
course, you know how we do, Samson. Um, when you are in that zone theory,
Hmm. Hmm.
tell me like what's that feeling like? Because when I'm listening to praise, and speaking of that,
Hmm.
yes, everyone, please check out Theory's new track, Praise. And like he said, his name is Theory is Everything, and
Hmm.
it's called Praise. Please check it out.
Hmm.
But tell me that feeling, Theory, when you're in your zone,
Hmm.
because like as a DJ, as an athlete, when they're in a zone, they're in a zone. Tell me
Hmm.
how that, can you describe that feeling when you're in a zone, when you're spitting bars,
Hmm.
or maybe when you're performing live? Tell me how that makes you feel when you're in a zone.
It really is just kind of just the process of growth. When I get into that zone, it's the same as a painter who literally looks at a blank canvas, and the painter actually see past the visualization. So the concept is within the heart, but the process is already visualized even when it's not even created. So I'll sit there and I'll say, I really have this feeling, and that feeling, I'm already looking at the end product before I even begin. Like even before I think of a thought, think of a word, I'm already saying, what type of feeling do I want actually, like, people to feel like, hey, when I listen to this is how I feel. When I like, throw this on, whether I'm driving, whether I'm in the gym, whether I'm home, like what do I want people to feel? So I transcend that that idea into just like starting to build. So then like that zone kicks in, and then I just start building, and piece by piece by piece, like building a house. So like, I look at the layout. I foundate that zone, and then I actually start adding pieces to it. And once I add pieces to it, that's when you just start polishing. And then once you start polishing, you look at the entire layout and you say, hey, here's my end product. And when you have your end product, and now you start inviting people over for the housewarming, so like it's really
Dope.
kind of yeah, it's a whole process for me, and like you said, like athletic wise, you're at the line, and you're looking at everybody about to begin, and you're already thinking, what feeling am I going to transcend when I hit that finish line? What feeling is it going to give me, and how is that going to resonate to the viewers that's rooting for me during this race before you know the mark even pops for everybody to start the race off. So like that for me is always the best process for me, is visualizing the results and how it resonates before I even begin. So like, and then once I like, start that journey, then man, it's just free falling from there, man. I'm hopping out the plane, and I'm letting the wind just guide me into the right direction.
Dope. And
Hmm.
see, Samson, I know you did your homework, so I know he's an artist and a songwriter, but he's a producer too. And I'm new to producing, just 3 years.
Hmm.
So I guess all that goes in hand with you, Theory. The
Hmm. Hmm.
producing,
Hmm.
and the when you're, say, out in the nature and you're just vibing.
Yeah.
I know you're already thinking about, okay, snare, a kick, a clap, a
Yeah.
horn or something. And I mean, you can't see, but like everything that I do, and a shout out to Honore again, because the beat machine I use is Native Instruments. He has a big one. I
Hmm.
like to feel everything. Some people like to drag and drop, but I like to feel like I'm actually doing it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So great answer. Thank you, my brother.
Absolutely.
Samson, what you got for Theory?
So I see that you have many caps that you wear, and the artistic feel to get things done.
Hmm.
Which part of it do you like the best? Do you
Mm.
like to actually the beginning stages of the creation, or
Hmm.
where is you're polishing it more?
Hmm.
Are you
Hmm.
seeing you're actually seeing your art come to be, or is it performing it to other people that haven't heard it before?
I'm gonna say the performance is really the most favorite part, because now I'm necessarily seeing how I can galvanize the minds together after it's already done. Which the beginning process is such a great process. It's enlightening.
Hmm.
It really does. It's invigorating, but it's it's really at the highest multitude for me when eyes and ears are focused on the product, and then that can multiply into more eyes and ears, and then when you start having the feedback, and actually like the influence, like, so because that's what I'm always about, inspiration and influence.
Inspiration.
And so when someone hits you up and says, hey, this made me feel a certain way. When I hear this is how I feel. That really lets me know that, hey, man, like that's an infinity stone for my gauntlet. Like I put that right in there and says, okay, that's giving me more power. For example, I had a situation where a dude just sent me a message, and he was in the hospital, and he was basically in there for self-inflicted wounds, and
Mm.
he had a really bad relationship, and this relationship was like tarnishing his mental well-being, and a and a friend of mine who knew the dude had a CD of mine, and he stole the CD from my friend. And there was a track on there that talked about basically bouncing back from a relationship that kind of like, you know, was really, really daunting to the life. So he said and it was called Second Breath or Second Wind. Yeah, because it was an old track, Second Wind. And he said to me, he said, hey man, like listening to your track gave me will. Like I wanted to live again. Wow. And thank you for writing this song. And then he said like, and then he now has a child, and he's married, and he named his child's middle name is Theory.
Wow.
And I was like, man, after that, I was like, bro, like we made it. You know, we made it. Like that right there that's bigger than any Grammy that I could hold in my hand, man. You know, because like when you know that your music is changing lives, so like I really, really set myself forth to making sure that you know the voice and just the message and the sound is out there for those. Like, don't get me wrong, I love creating, but you know, what good is it if it's not hitting anybody's ears?
We ain't done yet. Going to get into some music right now in the hip hop shop.
Music, please, 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 please.
Welcome to the hip hop shop, everybody. It is me, DJ Milk D with King Samson. Oh yeah. We are Europe Radio worldwide. Let's go.
Who's this suspicious character strapped with the sounds profound, similar to rounds spit by derringers? You're in the terror dome like my man Chuck D said. It's time to dethrone you clones and all you knuckleheads. Cause MCs have used up extended warranties, while real MCs and DJs are a minority. But right about now I use my authority, cause I'm like the wizard and you look lost like Dorothy. The horror be when I return for my real people. Words of split wigs hitting like some double desert eagles, sporting caps pulled low and baggy slacks, subtracting all the rappers who lack over premieres tracks. Severe facts have brought this rap game to near collapse. So as I have in the past, I will dropping lyrics that be harder than sex and candle wax, and one-dimensional MCs can't handle that. While the world's revolving on its axis, I come with mad love and plus the illest warlike tactics. The wilderness is filled with this, so many people searching for false bliss. I'm here with the skills you've missed. The rejected stone is now the cornerstone, sorta like the master builder when I make my way home. You know my steez. You know my stage. Let them know, do your thing, y'all. Keep it live. Love each y'all. The beat is sinister, Primo makes you relax. I'm like the minister, when I be lacing the wax, I be bringing salvation through the way that I rap. And you know, and I know I'm nice like that. Work through worldly problems, I got the healing power. When the mic's within my reach, I'm feeling more power. Stealing at least 3 minutes of every rap radio hour. It's often easier for one to give advice than it is for a person to run one's own life. That's why I can't be caught up in all the hype. I keep my soul tight and let these lines take flight. The apparatus gets blessed and suckers get put to rest. No more of the unpure, I got the cure for this mess. The whackness is spreading like the plague. MCs locked up and got paid, but still can't make the f***ing grade. How many times I wanna be is gonna lie?
Come on.
This is DJ Al Capone. When I'm not DJing, I'm listening to my man DJ Milk D.
Love to my brother Al. DJ Al Capone. R.I.P. to the guru. For those who do not know, feel sorry for you. This is Gangstar. Oh yeah. To be the short shot. Short shot. Milk D's got to be the short shot.
Theoryiseverything, very M-A-D. Don't ever ever think of jerking me. A royalty. Then drink a cup of tea and kick a free. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. I say Muhammad Ali, you say glass just clay. Say parquet. You wanna make a sway on my way uptown. Took the deuce to the trade. I originate, they duplicate. I praise the Lord and keep the faith. It's alright, keep biting at the bait.
92.
1 year later, peace out, premiere, take me out with
The Fader. I cheer eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp shows. Here's how it goes, I am a genius, I mean this. I shape this, you'll tape this. I'm kinda fiendish. You wish that you could come into my neighborhood. Meaning my mental state, still I'm 5'8". Crazy as I wanna be, cause I make it orderly. You could say I'm sort of the boss, so get lost. The brother who will make you change opinions. Dominions, I'm in them when it's time to kick shit from the heart. Cause I get a piece of the action. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. Jump full guns when they feel afraid. Too late when they dip in the kick, they get sprayed. Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. I get more props and stunts than Bruce Willis.
Just to get a rep. I am the party starter, DJ Milk D.
Brothers are amused by other brothers' reps, but the thing you know best is where the gun is kept. Cause in the night you'll feel fright, and at the sight of a 4/5, I guess you just might wanna do a dance or two. Cause he can maybe bust you for self or with a crew. No matter if you or your brother's a star, he could pop you in jet without a getaway car. And some might say that he's a dummy, but he's sticking you and taking all of your money. It's a daily operation. He might be loose in the park or lurking at the train station. Mad brothers know his name, so he thinks he got a little fame from the stick-up game. And while we're blaming society, he's at a party with his man. They got the eye and the gold chain that the next man's wearing. It looks big, but they ain't staring, just thinking of a way and when to get the brother. They'll be long gone before the kid recovers. And back around the way he'll have the chain on his neck, claiming respect just to get a rep.
Our rhymes are recited, and we are delighted to give you permission to write it.
Let's go.
If you ever had a shadow, one like mine, time after time you would find everything you did and everything you do and everything you want to do, they'd want to too. If you jumped off a cliff, they'd be right there. As long as they could be like you, they wouldn't care. It's sort of strange, but it happens this way. And you should know what I'm trying to say. When someone's trying to be like you all the time, if you and that person share the same mind, what I call them biters, imitators, copycats, and duplicators. No matter how you look at it, they want to be just like you, or maybe just like me. But you have to be a fighter to be like that. There's no holding back, I'm telling you flat. You have a mind of your own. Stay off everybody's phone. One day you'll be all alone in your own little twilight zone.
What's up, man? Think of that girl they call Roxanne. She's so good. Why don't you say that? But you wouldn't leave a guy like me no rap. Man, she was walking down the street, so I said, hello, I'm
Darryl from West Echo.
She's so, I said, so, baby, don't you know I can sing, rap, dance in just one show? Cause I'm can't go, Mr. Sophisticator. As far as I know, ain't nobody greater. From beginning to end and to beginning, I never lose because I'm all about winning. But if I was to lose, I wouldn't be upset. Cause I'm not a gambler, I don't bet. I don't be in no casino. And baby, like an Izzo, the is the grizzly, kiss ain't gizzo. I thought you'd be impressed and give me devious rap. I thought I had a gun inside my sinister trap. I thought it'd be a piece of cake, but it was nothing like that. I guess that's what I give a thinking, ain't that right, black? Chris, I to get some and see this I'm a wizard. Chris who is like a teaser of his ass, just like a dealer with a bang bang, brother. I feel bad, but I ain't committing suicide for no crap. Calling her a crab is just a figure of speech, cause she's an apple, a pear, a plum, and a peach. I thought I had it in the palm of my hand, but man, oh man, if I was grand, I'd bang Roxanne. Roxanne, Roxanne, can't you understand? Roxanne, Roxanne, I wanna be your man. Yo, Kango, I don't think that you're dense, but you went about the matter with no experience. You should know, she doesn't need a guy like you, she needs a guy like me with a high IQ. And she takes from my rap, cause my rap's the best. That you care about me empty will never fess. So when I met her, I wasted no time, but stuck up Roxanne, baby don't mind. She thought my name was Barry, I told her it was Gary. She said she didn't like it, so she chose to call me Barry. She said she loved to marry, my baby she would carry. And if he had a baby, he named the baby Harry. Her mother name is Mary, which is really quite contrary. Her face is very hairy, and you can say it's scary. She doesn't not heavy, her father's a fairy. His wife's a secretary, and son's a military. To force him to a list to get some more involuntary. His daughter's name is Sherry, his son's a child Sherry. Sherry had the flu, but it was...
Brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The real, the right, and dynamite is in the atmosphere. As there's a time and place for everything that's under the sun. This is the time and the place that we have some fun.
It ain't nothing like hip-hop music.
Brace yourself for the awesome and rare. Brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The real, the right, dynamite is in the atmosphere.
It ain't nothing like hip-hop music. You like it 'cause you choose
it. Brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The brace yourself, dynamite is in the atmosphere. As there's a brace show for everything that's brace show done. This is the time and the place that we have some fun. Brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The real, the brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The real, the right, and dynamite is in the atmosphere. As there's a brace yourself for the awesome and rare. The real, the right, and dynamite is in the atmosphere. As there's a time and place for everything that's under the sun. This is the time and the place that we have some fun.
hip-hop music. You like it cause you choose it. Most DJs won't refuse it. A lot of sucker MCs misuse it. Don't think that Stet can lose it. Too much to gain to abuse this. The name of the game is Rapture. This song is complete and captured. Break.
We all agree tonight, all of us have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very
Let's
serious
go,
problem.
let's go.
Let's get back to our convo in the hip hop shop.
With the messaging,
Mm-hmm.
how important is it for you? I know you're creative, but the message that you are portraying in any kind of track, how important is that to you?
Oh, very, very important, because, it's, I mean, we got over 8 billion people in this world, and it's such a huge world. And I've been on all four corners of the earth, and there's still so much to touch. There's still so much to explore, and because of those like limitless boundaries of land and different personalities and different regions, there's someone out there who just needs that. And if you can just spark one mind, you can spark a million. And so the message to me means it means so much, because then someone will say, hey, I see you're going through ABC, you should check this out, because I was going through ABC and this helped me get through it. So then right there, even if I never hear or get a mention from a situation that somebody was inspired by, it's actually still working, true and proof, because the message is actually like literally infiltrating through so many different minds.
Nice.
Nice. Well, I wanna just rewind a little bit. Good job on referencing Marvel. Yo, I'm a Marvel guy, man.
Huge Marvel fan.
Yes. So I want to jump from that to your video you have on Instagram where you said, can you imagine going into 2025 and you're in a spaceship and you got, I don't know if that's San Francisco or it might be New York. I can't tell, but it's
that's it. So that's actually in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Okay.
And that was the walkway over the Hudson, which was interesting because
my daughter,
it used to be a railroad, and they refurbished the railroad and turned it into a walkway, which became like the longest pedestrian walkway I think in the country, and probably like top 5 in the world of the longest pedestrian walkways, and my homie, you know, shout out to my homie Yurik Zibzinski, because he's directed every music video I've been in, and he was like, hey, let's shoot a music video on this, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how is that possible? Like they just rebuilt this, like is that even possible? But we actually made it happen, and yeah, so that was in Poughkeepsie, New York. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because I've seen my daughter Jordan walk across that, you know, and so I've been in, you know, Cali, the Bay Area, and of course, I've never been on that bridge, but it looked familiar. But I brought that up as well, Theory, because I want to know the name of that track. That track is fire. I was trying to watch the video. You didn't put like a name or anything, so that's something coming. Holy smoke!
So yeah, that track was made in like 2012, man.
2012? What's the name of it?
So the name of the track is called "We'll Be Alright."
Will?
Yeah, we'll like we'll be alright. Yeah, we'll be alright. And the interesting part of that track is that I wrote that song to present to Akon. Because I did a project with Pepsi, and it was called "Oh Africa," and I was on the song with many others representing different countries, and I was representing like America, USA, because it was for the FIFA World Cup. And so Akon was on it, Kerry Hilson, and we recorded at the record plant in Los Angeles. And so when I met Akon, I was like, oh, you know, what's up, Akon, like this, and I'm like, yo, I got this song, fam, like, yo, it's called "We'll Be Alright," like, this is perfect. So like, because if you actually hear it, you can hear the nuances, that it has a very Akon feel to it, because what happened is that, you know, artists, like, they have projects and things don't make the deadline, or however it happens, so like they never picked up the track. So I just was like, yo, I just got this track just chilling. So I was like, I'm just doing it myself, you know. I wrote it, you know what I'm saying, and I worked on it with this other dude named Jensen Vaughn, and he's out in Vancouver, and he worked with Madonna and Van Houston and all these other, you know, Van Buren, all these different like DJs, like, so I was like, yo, let's do this track together. And he's a dope writer. This dude's a dope writer. I actually learned a lot from him, you know, with the pen. And yeah, we put it out, man. We put out "We'll Be Alright." So yeah, that was 2012.
Man, I only heard like 30 seconds of it. I just kept rewinding it, but I couldn't find the title. Oh my, that Samson, we gotta find it. That just
yeah, "We'll Be Alright." Yeah, "We'll Be Alright." Yeah, that was a fun track, and it's crazy because like that was recorded in, like I said, 2012. We shot the video around that time, and then we put Poughkeepsie 2025 because that was the future. And it was like flying cars and everything like that.
Yeah, I saw like a space, like one of my songs. I'm wearing a spacesuit, like walking around, and I saw you flying around in it, like with a.
Yo, dude,
I love it, man. I love it.
My homies is like, yo, Theo, you on your Missy Elliott right now, son.
You know what? Yes. Well, I have more questions, but Samson, I gotta share the love, man. Give them some questions, and we have time. I did a little extended, a little bit, Samson, a little bit.
So one of the things I would like to ask is, what is your first memories of hip hop?
Ooh. I could tell you straight out, my father. My father was a huge hip hop head, is a huge hip hop head, you know, and you know, he's a true New Yorker, you know, but then he moved from New York to North Carolina. But I used to visit my father as a child, you know, back and forth, you know, for the summer. I would go to North Carolina to stay with him. And one time, you know, I'm thinking that my father was like the best rapper in the world, man. I'm like, yo, nobody rap like my dad. Ain't nobody rap like my dad. But the thing is, my dad was just rapping Kumo D. He was rapping Run DMC. He was rapping Curtis Blow. But I didn't know these artists. So I'm thinking this is my dad. I'm like, yo, my dad is nice, man. Yo, you know, like he would go to you like, don't push me. Cause I'm close to the edge. Yo, I was like, yo, this is my pops. Like, my pops is nice.
That's dope. That's dope.
And when I just like hear him do this, and then there were some times that my father would just freestyle. And he was really good at it. Yo, I was like, yo. So it just kind of let me see the like I said, the nuances of hip hop, of just like what is this sound that's just really like put into me. So my pops would play tapes because he had the 8-track and all that. Like my pops had it all.
8-track, son.
So
yes.
So my pops started playing all these tracks, man. So I used to listen to like the Fury, you know, man, like all of them, like just like I said, Kumo D, like Curtis Blow, like you know. I mean, just all of it, and like Biz Markie, and then that's when I was like, man, like I love this sound. So I just started listening to the, you know, all my dad's music, and then after that, you know, hip hop just became just like a part of the sound that I just love. And then I realized the rhythm and blues was also just such a beautiful thing on top of the hip hop. Like Motown, like I grew up with Motown since I was 3 years old, you know.
Nice.
And so I was just like, man, like I love hearing the Marvin Gayes and the Otis Reddings and, you know, Al Greens, and then my favorite artist became Sam Cooke. I'm a huge Sam Cooke fan, you know. So
that's dope.
So like hearing that, and then hearing hip hop, like as I was getting older, like I'm talking like 8, 9, 10 years old, I'm thinking myself like, what's really the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like this is cut from the same cloth. Like this right here is culture. This is cultural music, you know? And as I realized how important hip hop was as far as the messages go, that's when I started to realize it was more than just a sound and the actual rhythmic flow and the cadence. It was a message. It was a story, you know. And how I would say the first time I realized that hip hop became a story was Slick Rick. Like, so when I heard Slick Rick, I was like, yo,
which one? Like, which track? Which one?
Children's Story was it for me, man. Like that. Children's Story, that just became it for me. And then I became a hip hop fan, like just like a fan. And then I just like gravitated to Nas. And Nas is like my ultimate go-to. And then I actually gravitated to this New York hip hop. So then I started to become like a Mobb Deep lover. You know what I'm saying? I started to become, you know, KRS One.
What?
You know, I started listening to MC Shan. Like, you know, like, so so all that shaped me. And then when I love Nas, and my pops was like, oh, you love Nas? Well, you need to listen to Kool G Rap. So then I started listening to Kool G Rap, and I'm like, wait, he sound like Nas. He's like, no, Nas sound like Kool G Rap. That's what my pops used to tell me, yo. So I was like, okay. So, you know, I was definitely like, you know, being watered through the roots of hip hop. And then that, you know, it was like game over from there, man. It was game over.
Man, you threw some gems out there.
Yeah, those were gems, man.
You already know. You said Kool G. What?
Yeah, man.
MC Shan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know, and I ain't even mentioned Gangstar yet, because that right there,
man,
bro,
guru.
You ain't from New York if
DJ
you ain't
Premier.
Gangstar,
man.
Yes, man. Yes.
Don't even get me. Oh, I'm ready to. You can't see my turntable. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes, man.
Yes. Oh man.
Yes.
Great answer. Great answer.
Because when you listen to that, you could tell that like even though these dudes started to make money as it commercialized itself, that wasn't the actual initiation of it. You know what I'm saying? The initiative was just this is our story, this is our vibe, this is our culture, and then that culture just started to spread to make it commercialized. But I knew right there that was from the heart, and that was from the root and the ground of the concrete jungle that we were raised in, you know.
And that.
Yes, man, great answer, Theory. And I know you say you travel back and forth from east to west, you know, out there in Cali to New York. It's two different planets. Even in California, it's a different planet. From the Bay Area to SoCal is a different planet.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna ask you, and I know you rocking I think that's a Yankees hat. I'm a Phillies fan.
I'm New York all day.
I told you I was just up there this weekend. I emceed a boxing event. Shout out to DJ Al Capone. But what I wanted to ask you is, and I know you from the New York area, but what can you say as far as your magnet? Is it the New York style of hip hop or that West Coast? When I say, Dre, Snoop, Q, Mac, all those guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
so definitely like when I started like really like kind of like taking my own route with hip hop, after my father kind of like really like groomed me in the style of it. Like I said, it started with Nas. And then I just, went around and just started listening to so much other, right? So, even, Mobb Deep, and then I went into Wu-Tang, right? So like when I'm listening to Wu-Tang, I was like, yo. And out of Wu-Tang, automatically I gravitated to Raekwon. Raekwon the Chef was like, yo, this is my dude. You know what I'm saying? And then that was around the same time that I started to gravitate to what the West Coast had to offer. And that was Snoop. Snoop and Dre were my first West Coast encounters, like for me. Like, and started listening to The Chronic, you know what I'm saying, listening to Doggy Style. And out of the Dog Pound, Corrupt, that was my dude, man. Like that, like there was no dude like Corrupt to me, yo. I loved Corrupt. And then as I was like, yo, these West Coast rappers is fire. And then I started to listen to NWA, like him with the vibes they had, and DJ Quick, and I really got into that. So I didn't start hearing the Bay Area sound until school. So when I say school, I mean like college days. Like, so my college days, I was doing an internship over at San Jose State University. And when I was so that's when I got into,
the hyphy
like
movement.
E40 and all of them. So
know what I'm talking about?
Yep. So that's when and I loved it because like I remember on Nas's It Was Written, when he did Nas Was Coming, and he did that Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, like, collaboration. I was like, yo, so I love how the West Coast and the East Coast, collaborated on that. I love that, man. It was fire, So yeah, definitely took a lot of of that, how would I say, that gangster lean and that, this is how we roll, West Coast vibe. And then the very like in your face Timberland boot, like hoodie, ski mask, like New York style,
Well, I was just gonna say I lived in Sacramento for a couple of years. Which is a short drive to the Bay. So when you were at San Ho, be honest with me now, Theory. Listeners are listening. Did you ghost ride the whip at all when you was at San Ho?
I did not, bro. I really did not. I used to chill at this hip hop spot called Elements.
Okay.
and you know, they had a lot of vinyl records, and I would just like go through the records and check out what they had. And then they had a lot of freestyle sessions, and that is what kind of like was getting me into the vibe of just wanting to freestyle. Because one thing I must say, when I went over to the West Coast, these cats could freestyle, yo. I was like, yo. And it was like some nerdy looking dude with a backpack just chilling, and all of a sudden he come up talk about the cosmos and the galaxies, and I'm like, yo.
and look, they be rocking these, right?
Yeah.
Rocking the Chucks out there in the West Coast. When I went out there, I was rocking my Timberlands. I was rocking my Adidas shell toes. They're like, he's not from here.
Oh no, they saw me with the Air Max 95s and all that. They was like, he's from
the East Coast. Going to get into some music right now in the hip hop shop.
Music, please.
I am DJ Milk D.
And welcome to the hip hop shop. Me and my co-host King Samson is glad to have you with us. Let's go.
Y'all mythological niggas is comical. The astronomical is coming through like the flu bombing you. And then bombing in your crew too. With the musical, mystical, magical, you know how I do. But word attack skills and vocabulary too. Comprehension of this edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary and like Doctor Who. So who? Wanna get chipped on, word is bone. I'm kicking rounds to the AM vote just wrong. Now Quincy, but I'm back on the block and not selling crack. I come in with the fat funk flows and tracks. So what you saying, black? With all like yakety yak. My order facts can't be beat with bats. I'm saying I eat everything up on the menu and bend you and send you swaying to be continued. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that. I get it, yeah. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that. I get it, yeah. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that. I get it, yeah. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that.
Come on. Little MC Shan. It's called Left Me Lonely.
Yeah. She used to tell me that she loved me all the time. I turn to her and say that I'm infatuated by a lovely smile. And someday soon we're gonna walk the aisle. She say you're my everything, my strength for life. Be the mother of your children as well as your wife. She used to tell me all the time I'm her one and only. But she ran with another man and left me lonely. Coincidental, how I met her. But when I seen her, I knew that I'd get her. Can't let her step, she looked too good. But my wares made me seem like a stone cold hood. I'm a lucky guy, so I pressed my luck. I stepped to her, all what? Went her way, took a few steps past her. Got the nerve, and then I asked her. I said, yo, baby, and she started to reach. I said, whoa, don't get excited, that's a figure of speech. She told me her name, gave her number and all. And when I stepped, she said, I better call. It took about a month, but she was finally mine. Everything was going smooth, we were doing fine. After a while, it wasn't no thing. We were either holding hands or she was under my wing. She used to whisper in my ear, I'm her one and only. But she ran with another man and left me lonely.
Girl, why'd you have to leave me that way? I love you to this day. And it hurts to think of the words you used to say. Girl, why'd you have to leave for so long? I never did you wrong. And it seems we had such a love that was so
Listen
strong.
close to the story I'm about to tell. It will never be repeated, so listen well. And if you've been around the way, some of you might know this girl we label as the Project Ho. 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 If you look half decent and you kicked it right, she was bound to be yours for at least a night. See, I was introduced to her by my cuz, but that was before he told me who and what she was. Me not knowing about this freak, pulled her off to the side and began to speak. She had jet black hair, big she was wise. I said, you look so good. As a matter of fact, here's my number. I ain't home, baby, call me back. I didn't know if she was poor, filthy rich, cause my cousin didn't tell me nothing about the bitch. One thing I didn't know, I'm gonna get my thrill. Then a cold stepped off and said, baby, you chill. You know that old saying, if you slow, you blow. She was fast, so they labeled her the Project Ho. 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 I heard stories, all the things that they say she do, but when I seen her, I said, no, it can't be true. She was fair game, so I thought I'd play. And never in my life will I forget this day. I was chilling one night, I was all alone, not north, but awakened by the ring of the phone. To protect the guilty party, cause they might have been stem. We won't say her name, so we'll just say Kim.
Shout out to Camden, New Jersey. Crown Rulers. Kick the ball.
Yes, the grand mover, rhyme wizard, the man, unprecedented ruler of the lyrical land, editorial, finest, royal highness, or ghetto, beat detonator, apex is my level, to free vocalist, call me the new sire, data translator, soon will chart higher, stunning spectators with the lyrical effect, crown king of commentary, yeah, the language is wrecked, kick the ball. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. I'm calculated as a song producer.
Oh yeah. L. Cool J. I need love. Come on.
I say that I love you, saying I'm more, kissing you on the ear, whispering I love you and I'll always be here. Although I often reminisce, I can't believe that I found a desire for true love floating around inside my soul, because my soul is cold. One half of me deserves to be this way till I'm old, but the other half needs affection and joy, and the warmth that is created by a girl and a boy. I need love.
Face in the sand, not the last mafioso, I'm a MC cop. Make it say,
Milk D, do the wop.
if you think you cannot win, cause I am who can do that, yeah. Trendsetter, I'm better, my rhymes are good. I got a go name plate that says I wish you would. And when battles begin, then I gotta join in. And before my rhyme is over, you know I'ma win. Cool J has a rhyme, so you better make way. Ask anybody in the crowd, they say the kid don't play. Sport competition, that's my hobby and job. I don't wear disguise because I don't over my. Got a pinpoint rap that makes you feel trapped. So many girls on my jock, I think my phone is tapped. I'm bad. Cool J. Cool J. They kidnapped Tasha, man. Need me at the pier right away. Cool J. Cool J.
thing. Bang. Caught you looking for the bang. 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 Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this something. Bang. The roll below the level cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on. Turn up the radio. Bang. Caught you looking for the same thing. Don't. Bang. Don't. Bang. Don't.
Right, here's what I want you all to do for me.
Bang. Caught you looking for the same thing. Bang. Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on. Turn up the radio.
Right, here's what I want you all to do for me.
Bang. Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level cause I'm living low next to the base. Come on. Turn up the radio. They're claiming I'm a criminal, but now I wonder how. Some people never know. The enemy could be the Frank Guardian. I'm not a hooligan. I rock the party and clear all the madness. I'm not a racist. Preach to teach the all.
Cause some they never had this.
Number one, never wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one.
Oh yeah. Let's get back to our convo in the hip hop shop.
Well, Samson is from Toronto.
Okay.
And that's partially why we haven't met yet, because he's just so far.
Mhm.
But we've known each other, like I said earlier in the show, for like 20 years, all from playing a video game.
Oh, nice.
So Samson brings a whole different outlook to hip hop, meaning he loves hip hop. I don't mean that he doesn't, but he gives a different perspective, and he had some phenomenal MCs and artists on here from Toronto, and they really woke me up, Theory. Not that I didn't have respect for artists from. No, it's just when you don't know, you don't know.
That's true. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, trust me. I've been to so many areas to be like, yo. I mean, when I was out in France, like, it definitely opened me to see how hip hop really lives in Europe. Like, I mean, honestly, like, they preserve it more than a lot of spots out here in America. You know?
That's the truth.
So yeah, man. I mean, Belgium, like Amsterdam, like all these areas, like huge hip hop presence, man. Huge presence. So you see right there that it's just like not. And that's what I tell people, because I hear some people, like, a lot of folk that be like, oh, I don't listen to hip hop. I can't listen to hip hop. Like I don't like the violence in it. And I'm like, because and I tell people, you're marginalizing just a part of it. You have to, and I tell them like look what I say, like, look what you're wearing. That right there is hip hop. And you telling me like, oh, I don't really listen to hip hop, but yet you fashion yourself around the culture of hip hop. Like, hip hop is not just the music. That's an element of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell people that, like, they sometimes people just don't really know. And the thing about it is, even though we are already past the 50-year mark of its existence, it's still so new to what it means to people, and that's why it's so important that our pioneers are putting it into the museums, that are putting it into the record archives for people to really see like what it actually means, because it's not just turning on a track and saying, oh, he talks about this, he talks about that. Oh yeah, I'm not really into that, so I'm not into hip hop. Like, nah, it's what you wear, it's how you talk, it's even what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I tell people all the time, like, if you chilling on the side with a quarter water and some Chico sticks, that's hip hop. That's hip hop. Like
100.
Ask anybody in New York City at the bodega if they got a 25-cent juice. You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop, man. That's hip hop. So I try to let people know that it's just more than the music. And then when they actually understand, like, from the fashion sense and also the cultural sense, they can actually embrace the sound more than they thought they could before.
I was gonna ask you a question, but you already kind of answered it.
Yeah.
Where has hip hop brought you? Because you said you've been in the four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
I was wondering, where has hip hop, the furthest place that hip hop has brought you, and where you experience hip hop in a different country?
Ooh, so the furthest place I'm gonna say is Asia. You know, I was out in Korea, I was out in Taiwan.
Wow, that's dope.
And even as far as the Philippines.
Nice.
You know, and when I say they love hip hop, they love hip hop, you know, and it's just cool to see how it transcends through their culture with their native tongue. You know what I'm saying? How their native tongue becomes their cadence and style of rhyming, but it's like in their language. It's like, yo, I'm like, this is dope. You know, and I'm sitting there looking at dudes like, my man, I don't understand a word you saying, but yo, like it must sound hard because your emotion is connected. Yes, it's connected to it. And so, yeah, definitely Asia was a great spot to learn what hip hop has done. And I love to see even just how, you know, once again, how they're dressing, and especially in the Philippines, because in the Philippines, they are very, very well influenced by West Coast hip hop. You know, like the Philippines to me is like, it's just the Asian LA. You know, like because it has a tropical, you know, sense to it, the palm trees and all, like, so it's very LA. So you see a lot of Dodgers hats out there, you know, like they're very, very LA driven, but at the same time, like they do love and respect, like, you know, the root of East Coast hip hop, because like you even hear the DJs when we go to the clubs how they play East Coast hip hop in Asia. So I was like, yo, this is dope, and especially in Taiwan and you know, and Korea, like, you know, Wu-Tang is like Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing.
I think they own Asia, bro.
Wow. Well, I know Honore speaks highly of the Philippines, and I want to just say really quick, Theory, please give everybody your plugs. You know how they can reach out to you, because we have about 3.5 to 4 minutes left, so I want to make sure we cover that, please.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, just Theory is everything, you know, so, you know, Instagram, Theory is everything, Facebook, Theory is everything, YouTube, Theory is everything, you know, Spotify, Theory is everything, like, it's all just Theory is everything across the board, you know. So, you know, just to kind of, you know, make the search life a lot easier for people to locate it.
And your latest track is Praise, correct?
Yes, Praise. Yeah, it's my latest track. Yeah.
Fire.
Appreciate it, man.
Samson, do you have another quick question? If not, I do. Okay, go ahead.
So one of the things, if no one have heard your music or know anything, what is one thing that you want to leave with them on imprint for them to listen to you?
I want them to understand that I'm a fighter, you know, I'm a warrior. And I'm a warrior for acceptance and inclusivity, meaning that I belong. So, like, you know, like, hey man, I when I listen to Theory, he gives me the feeling to say I belong, because like, why not me? You know, like, you know, because people's always saying, because people always say like, I ain't no Jay-Z, I ain't no Nas, I ain't no Biggie. And when they do that, they've already capped themselves on who they are. You see what I'm saying? Because like Nas, Jay, and Biggie were just regular people, like just saying like, yo, I can do this. And so, and when I'm on the mic and I'm putting out songs, I want people to hear just how triumphant they can be, because I'm triumphant. And even though I love Nas, I love Jay, I love Biggie, you know, I love these greats, none of them can ever be a better Theory. None of them. You know, so if, you know, so I want people to just understand that they have to be the best versions of themselves. you know, and that's why theory is everything, because I'm everything I know I can be.
I love that
And
answer.
slam. Yes, Samson. I piggyback you. I do too. As a producer myself, I struggle sometimes, Theory. So you just inspired me. And when I say that, like, people were telling me when I first started, my music was trash. And two things: it can either motivate you, or you could crash and burn.
Oh, bro,
And
like, yeah. I mean, like,
it's-
rest in peace to
Oof.
my family. You know, DJ Scoop. That's my family. And Fat Man Scoop. Like, he really, like, put me in a great perspective when I used to share my music with him, because he didn't even know I did music. You know what I'm saying? And my real name is Kendall, and his brother Kendall. We both have the same name. So, like, when he saw me at Macy's in Herald Square, 34th Street, and he was like, Kendall, and I was like, what's up, Scoop? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I rap now, man. He's like, you rap? He said, send me something. Send me something. So, like, he gave me his number. He's like, yo, keep in touch with me. So I called Scoop, and I was like, yo, Scoop, I got something. So I rhymed, and he was like, keep working. And then I had another thing, and he's like, nah, man, like, yeah, keep working. That's trash. And at first I didn't know how to take that, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, because nowadays kids are saying, oh, you a hater. Like, you got to be careful. Yeah. It's like, everybody's not a hater. People's like really want to see you win. And if they're telling you it's not it, that's not right. They're telling you it could be better. So I've learned, even in the music game, like, when I tell people like that's not it, I automatically say, look, just because I said it's not it don't mean that you have to change everything, because music is very subjective. But if you're asking for my opinion, I'm saying it's not it. And then you hear it a couple more times, maybe it's time for you to understand that there's something else that you could work with to make it better. And I'm not saying it because I don't think you have the potential. I'm saying it because, like, you can make it better, because I was in the same exact position as you. You know what I'm saying? And now I still can make things better, but I know that I'm in a spot that, like, millions and millions and millions of people can rock with it. And I tell people, the reason that millions of people is not rocking with what you're doing is because there's gatekeepers, and you just got to get over the hump of that wall for them to know. They're all out there waiting to hear it. They just don't know you exist.
Oh man, look, I'm giving you an air bump.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
yes,
spitting gems, and I appreciate that, especially for a new producer. Like, you know, you heard some of my tracks, you know.
Yeah, man.
But I work hard every day. Like, before I go to work, I get up at 4. I'm in the studio working on my beat
Yeah,
machine.
man.
Then I'm leaving the house at 5:30, and it's like rinse and repeat. I don't even think Samson knows that. I be up early every morning working on a track.
Yeah.
When something hits me, I power it on, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah,
but anyway.
What you're saying is that's why, like, music artists relate so much to athletes, and athletes that relate to so much to music artists, because it's a grind, and that grind needs to be perfected with craftsmanship.
You go, but you mentioned Black Mamba, which everybody we know is Kobe.
Yes.
Michael
yes.
Jordan, Muhammad
Yes.
Ali.
Yes.
Those athletes work so hard at their craft.
Day in, day out, bro.
And
day
like
in, day
you
out.
said, you know, music and sports, you know, go hand in hand. Shout out
Absolutely.
to the greatest of all time, Prince, R.I.P.
Yes.
Like, I work, Honore, I work so hard, you work so hard, because any day you open your eyes is a new opportunity to be great. And Theory, look, it's an honor and a privilege. I hope and pray we meet one day.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
It would be an honor. Seriously, you are incredible, my brother.
I appreciate it, brother. God bless. I appreciate it, man.
With us. Make sure you stay connected with us and send music.
Yeah,
Even
man.
if it's not music, whatever you're doing, just keep in touch. We definitely would have you back on. It was great to meet you, and hopefully we could do this again.
Yeah, man. And shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for doing this. You know, shout out to this whole segment. I'll definitely stay tapped in. Shout out to Honore, you know what I'm saying, for the connection, the warm connection. Shout out to my homies, that worked on Praise, BKLA, They're out in LA. They're from Brooklyn. My man Benny, my man Blue. Shout out to Levance Collie, who's on the track that praised, featuring Levance Collie, and he's on the soundtrack of Sinners. That's out right now in the theaters. So working with some dudes that's really putting that work in, and just shout out to everybody just out there trying to do their thing, flat out.
Yes, I want to also shout out all those names that I've just forgot that Theory mentioned. But Theory, if you reach out to them and they want to, kind of explain who they are, share their love, they're welcome on the Hip Hop Shop, because you referred them, and I trust you, and I would love to have them, and Samson would too.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, everybody. That is Theory is Everything. His latest track, Praise, is out on all platforms. If you have any questions, comments, please reach out to me or King Samson, and we will get you connected.
Yes.
Theory is Everything.
Yes, man.
Much love, my brother.
Much love, brother. Yes. God bless. God bless. Peace out. Peace.
This is the Hip Hop Shop, a Chemistry Lab production exclusively on EuropeRadio.com.